This week, we check out two cheeky, clever rolling robots. Jonny gets his groove on as he chats to Harmonix about Rock Band 4, and we find out some more about upcoming team-based shooter, Gigantic. This is Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this week we shed new tears over the cancellation of Silent Hills. It turns out that not only are we missing out on the talents of Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima, but acclaimed Japanese horror manga artist Junji Ito was also involved in the project. We don't quite know what role Ito had taken in development, and it's unlikely that we ever will, but as the man behind some incredibly confronting, terrifying imagery, it feels like we're missing out on something potentially great. One thing we're not missing out on though is the Star Wars Battlefront Open Beta, which kicks off on October 8 and runs for just 4 days. The technical test contains 3 modes across 3 planets: the 40-player Battle Walker Assault on Hoth, 8v8 Drop Zone on Sullust, and Survival Mission on Tatooine, which you can experience alone or with a friend via co-op or split screen. It's open to everyone via Origin PC, PS4 and Xbox One, and if you miss out, there's not too much longer to wait. Star Wars Battlefront is out on those 3 platforms from November 17. And speaking of betas, the recent test for Rainbow Six Siege was so popular that Ubisoft had to extend its run for a few more days after eligible gamers were unable to log in due to high levels of traffic. That's not the interesting thing about the game though. This week it was revealed that the upcoming Tom Clancy title will not actually feature a story campaign. Instead, Rainbow Six Siege features several solo training missions and then focuses almost entirely on multiplayer, meaning that if you want to play alone, you will be paired off against bots. We've started hearing some very early rumours that Bethesda might be working on a sequel to last year's Wolfenstein: The New Order. The story first popped up following an interview with the voice actor who played Anya in the game, who mentioned on Polish television that she was working on a new video game following on from one she had already completed. She also mentioned that this game was at least 2 years away from release. A quick check of the actress's work history reveals she's only appeared in 1 game, playing BJ Blazkowicz's ally Anya Oliwa, so unless something is being lost in translation, it sounds like Machine Games might be keeping secrets from us. Coming much sooner than that, we hope, is a fix for the PC version of Batman Arkham Knight. Warner Bros. Hasn't given us any firm dates just yet, but has hinted that the game will be returning to shelves in the coming weeks. Now, this follows a significant game patch in early September, so while we still wouldn't hold our breath, it is looking quite positive. Even more positive though is the revelation from Ubisoft that Assassin's Creed Syndicate will be the first in the series to feature a transgender character. One of the game's quest givers, Ned Weinert, is a trans male, even though this is not directly addressed in-game. The developer explains that the game was designed, developed and produced by a multicultural team of various beliefs, sexual orientations and gender identities, so it's only fair that the game should reflect that. It is a bit of a backflip for Ubisoft, who came under heavy fire in 2014 for not including a female playable character in Assassin's Creed Unity multiplayer. This year, Assassin's Creed Syndicate offers both a male and female character for the main campaign, each with their own unique skills. A couple of interesting things out of Activision this week. First up, if you play Call of Duty for the single-player campaigns, you need to have a modern console. The studio has confirmed that Black Ops 3 will ship for PS3 and Xbox 360 without a campaign mode, instead only featuring multiplayer and zombies. It seems the time has come where things are too technically complex to run on the older hardware, with developers unable to faithfully recreate the game's ambitious scope. Instead, the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of Black Ops 3 will be sold at a discounted rate, and you will get a download code for the original Call of Duty Black Ops thrown in for free. Activision has also confirmed that it is starting its own worldwide esports league with a prize pool of up to $3 million in potential winnings. The Call of Duty World League is split into Pro and Challenge divisions, where Challenge means amateur gamers can compete, with regional competitions held around the world. The first season of the Pro Division kicks off in January, with the first Call of Duty Championship taking place in the second half of next year. And speaking of esports, the Australian scene got a little bit shaken up this week as one of the country's longest running esports organisations, Team Immunity, was banned from League of Legends tournaments for 2 years after failing to pay their players. The decision came after several warnings from Riot Games, but team management was determined to have failed to meet Oceanic Pro League requirements and was unceremoniously kicked out. Happily, as the failure was clearly not the players' fault, Riot has invited all Team Immunity gamers to compete in the league under a new team name and has made sure they receive all outstanding payments for previous games. And finally this week, a quite delightful bit of movie news. Legend of Zelda co-director Takashi Tezuka has gone on record saying that if a movie was ever made from the games, he would like to see Link played by a boyish female actress. It's not clear whether Tezuka means a female actress playing a male character or completely revamping Link as a girl, but his partner on the series, Shigeru Miyamoto, doesn't seem to argue, as Tezuka says a female Link would be very fun and awesome. Having watched a lot of Japanese series Monkey growing up, we have to agree. For more information on any of these stories or to keep up to date with the latest gaming news, head to playerattack.com. But for now, stick around, got plenty more still to come.